So, Jamie, no, I'm gonna let Kelvin do this. No, I'm gonna do it. All right. Next up, San Francisco Gay Men's Choir faces major backlash.
Wait, hold on. Why you preface this? We gonna let Kelvin hold up. You talk about the choir part. That's what you talking about.
The choir, yeah, that was the choir.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Let me finish. Let me finish. Only talk about right. Let me start it over again. San Francisco Gay Men's Choir faces major backlash for song "We Coming for Your Children." Jamie, do we have a video for that one? Yes or no?
As we celebrate Pride and the progress we've made over these past years, there's still work to be done. So to those of you out there who are still working against equal rights, we have a message for you. You think we're sinful? You fight against our rights. You say we all lead lives you can't respect. But you're just frightened. You think that we'll corrupt your kids if our agenda goes unchecked. Funny, just this once, you're correct. We'll convert your children. Happens bit by bit, quietly and subtly, and you will barely notice it. You can keep them from disco, warn about San Francisco, make them wear pleated pants, we don't care. We'll convert your children, we'll make them tolerant and fair.
Well, this, first I'm going to say, it's a parody. Allegedly, they didn't do this with a certain intention.
I'm out of here.
That was actually that's disturbing. I mean, on every level. First of all, the dude that's in it is disturbing. He looks like some type of caricature. Okay, like I mean, that looks disgusting. It just look. And so what I'm saying is, you for that community.
Kelvin.
That feels that they always back and all stuff like that. This doesn't help.
I want to know, Kelvin. I want you to go back because you
am I slipping? My Wi-Fi slipping?
Yeah, just go back. What you say? That community. I want to make sure everybody hears what you have to say.
I'm saying with that community, you know, to do things like this. First of all, you shouldn't be mentioning children when you're an adult. Period. Whatever your lifestyle is, the things that catch my attention is agenda. And children, agenda and children, and so what I'm saying is this: don't talk about targeting people's children. That is the bottom line. And the other thing is this: if someone is in that lifestyle, that's something they determine, not you. And so this idea of going after somebody's children and converting somebody's children and things like that's my whole point with the whole thing. You know. You're addressing, first of all, oftentimes the heterosexual community. This idea of converting somebody and all that stuff like that. You know, nobody had to convert me to be heterosexual. So as a result, in other words, I am who I am, you know, intrinsically, naturally. So for you to actually go after some type of agenda, something like that, and you're talking about people's children, that's very, very dangerous. Now, when somebody come and slap the pure fire out you, then you're going to say that they're doing it because of you being gay or something like that. And that's why I'm saying, you know, you can't use that as a badge and then use it as a shield at the same time. And so I think that's very, very dangerous, very divisive. And if I had children, in which my nieces and my nephew are like my own children, something like that, somebody come out talking about converting them and stuff like that, it's going to probably be an altercation. And that's just how it's going to work.
See, that's the thing, man. If you're telling jokes, you got to know who you're playing with. You know what I mean? Like, you know, this is the heterosexual community. We already have a hard time figuring out the whole gay LGBTQ thing. You know what I mean? And now one thing we don't play with is our kids. You know, now maybe because you're gay or whatever, maybe we wonder if you have the same mothering and fathering instinct. You know what I mean? And obviously when you're playing around like that, it's not a good look because you don't threaten nobody's kids. You don't play with people's kids. You don't talk about you're going to convert somebody's kids or prime people's kids. You know what I mean? That's what rapists do. They prime the children and all of that, you know, with candy or whatever, little games or whatever. We don't know where you're going with that, man. And that's a bad, bad look right there. So homie needs to really cut it out. It's entertaining. Song, by the way, had a nice little melody and all of that. You know what I mean? Sounded like some you know, I don't know, some hot Broadway thing or whatever. But you know, you know, but you're coming right at the main issue. You know what I mean? You know, you're gonna try It's like you're sneaking in the back door with the entertainment and all of that. You're playing around and you're putting your agenda out there. You don't know where that's going. You know, so it's a bad look, man, all the way around. Don't find another way to play around. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Find another way to play around.
Yeah.
Or another joke. Not that one. That ain't the one.
Yeah, Ronnie?
My Wi-Fi is stuck. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
Now, and they said like
yeah, it is. Grooming is real.
Yeah, like it's saying it's a parody to convert the kids to be more tolerant of gay people. It didn't come across like that. And then certain things have subliminal messages, and messages we don't see, and that to kids. I think they could have did it some other kind of way. The lyrics they used was not the way, and like Derek said, you don't try to do things to my kids, and people are gonna be very protective. Now you got the backlash because people not tolerating. Like, nah, you went a little bit too much that time.
What are you advertising for? What do you advertise? What you get? This is a gay advertisement? Like, what are you recruiting? I mean, at the end of the day, do your thing and be done with it. That's you.
Yeah. And I think this generation is coming up is more tolerant or accepting of people's lifestyles, because I see kids, we have trips and the kids are cool with the kids that are gay, whatever, the transgender kids. I don't see them getting messed with. Kids gonna tease each other. That's gonna happen. They call fat and all that stuff. They can say gay and all this other stuff. But I think it's more acceptable. Like you got Lil Nas X, one of the #1 rappers, right? You know, all these guys wearing purses nowadays. We went out there, how many guys we see wearing these purses now?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's a little bit more acceptable. So I don't think, why do you have to do that song and the way you did that song? That's right. What issue I have with it. Like, I don't even like seeing I didn't like the BET Awards. I think it was over-sexual, heterosexual, and gay. I think it was just too much. It was just too much.